Welcome to Mondays with Monique. I'm Monique. Today we're going into part 7 of our conversation, which is prescription drugs. Most plans cover prescription drugs, and it's important to understand what they call the tiers. So each insurance carrier has a list, or what they call a formulary list of drugs, meaning where they're in their listing based upon their therapeutic class and their cost. It's very important for you to check out each and every year where those drugs live. One year they may be in one class, and another year they can switch over. So every year it's important to check. So let's talk about the different classes or the tiers. Tier 1 or Tier 2 are called generics. Those are typically your least expensive costs for prescriptions. Tier 1 is the very least expensive. Sometimes it's a $0 or $1 copay, but again, it depends on your summaries of benefits of coverage. Your next tier is a brand name drug, a little bit more expensive. That's called a brand name. Then you have what is called Tier 3 or 4, which is a non-preferred. That is typically when there is not a generic equivalent for that medication and it's more expensive. A lot of times you'll see those types of medications on television, in your doctor's office, or in the magazines. Those are very expensive. Last but not least is your Tier 4 or 5, or sometimes 5, 6, depending on which carrier program you have. This is specialty drugs. These are medications in excess of a couple $1,000s per month. Typically, they're injectable medications or very expensive. That's when you're either going to pay a much higher copay or you're paying a percentage of the cost of the medication. So let's review. Generics, Tier 1, Tier 2, brand, non-preferred, specialty, or higher specialty costs. Again, check with your insurance program to see where those live. Check with your formulary listing to see if there are generic alternatives to some of those more expensive medications. Next time, we'll dive into how you can use coupons and copay cards to help offset those costs. I'm Monique. We'll see you next Monday.